What is it about the Negro?
White America must see that no other ethnic group has been a slave on American soil. That is one thing that other immigrant groups haven't had to face. The other thing is that the color became a stigma. American society made the Negro's color a stigma. And when white Americans tell the Negro to lift himself by his own bootstraps, they don't look over the legacy of slavery and segregation. I believe we ought to do all we can and seek to lift ourselves by our own bootstraps, but it's a cruel jest to say to a bootless man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And many Negroes.
Okay.
Alright.
Good night.
Good night, babe.
Pleasant dreams.
Yeah, I don't have no crazy ones this time.
I hope not. Kicking me out.
Yeah, I know how that is. I know how that is.
Oh, excuse me.
What up, Unc? Yo, why you talk like that, man? Every time I turn around, man, you wonder why the family be calling you crazy Unc. Sometimes you be talking reckless, Unc. My goodness. What's up with that? Why you do that? Why? You ask me why? I mean, you really took a long look at what your people was demonstrating in this day and this age. I mean, you can't say they Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. We not even race ready. We not even ready to defend this race, to put this race up against another race. You know, if you're gonna have people that's gonna fall through the cracks, of course. And then you're going to have those that's going to sit back and watch where the cracks are at, and hopefully you walk past them and fall in them so they have something to laugh at. And then when you look up at them and ask them why you didn't help me out, they're going to look at you and going to be, you didn't ask. That's how people is. And you talking about we're a race of people, why I say this, and I'm gonna tell you like it is about this race. We're a race that ain't for one another. That's what it is. Everybody got that crazy uncle. Everybody, and every family is a crazy uncle. And everybody got that nephew. Just won't listen, no matter what you tell him. He just won't listen. So that's the reason why you don't come to the rallies and the marches and the protesters. That's the reason why. What? Protest? March? You mean riot? Man, look. Only thing I know is we do what it takes to get the job done. We protest. We do this. We do that. We might do stupid stuff, but still we try to come together as a people. Don't you realize that's the purpose of this whole mechanism? We call it a race. You feel what I'm saying? This whole unification thing that we got going on. We trying to unify it now. No. I don't think you know exactly what you're saying. Y'all called yourselves protesting and didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
All you did was stop traffic. One lane at that for a few minutes, couple of hours. I don't think that's an effective way to call that. You know, it was a march. Y'all called it a protest, and you just stopped some traffic. Y'all ain't affect the money. Y'all ain't affect the time. The government still ran, just didn't run down that street. Y'all ain't do nothing effective. What happened then happened then. That's a whole different story. Those knuckleheads over there, we already know they ain't right. They got some things going on, and they just felt like they was getting disrespected, so they took matters into their own hands. That's not me. I wasn't born yesterday. I have a lot of knowledge in this head. I know exactly what it takes, and I know what y'all not doing. But what I do see is more of y'all coming together on Facebook complaining about issues. That's not going to do it. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. You know, people going to look at it and everybody going to agree with it because that's the easy way out. Of course, that's Facebook. What you expect? People on Facebook do them things. I'm not running on Facebook doing that stuff every now and then. Every time you turn around. That's Facebook. What you expect? Everybody do that. You know, you got your people on there that complain about white people all the time. You got your people on there that complain about black people all the time. You got your black people on there that complain about the Chinese people in the neighborhood that they can't do nothing about or don't want to do nothing about. You got the white people moving out the neighborhood talking about they're getting away from us. So that's it. We always complain. Everybody complain about something. We complain about making America great again. We want to make it black again. We want to do this. We complain about everything on Facebook. The only time y'all really did something that got their attention was about, 2015? And y'all went and y'all ripped up your neighborhood. Y'all didn't rip up their neighborhood. You ripped up your own neighborhood. And then you gave everybody else a bunch of overtime to come down there and babysit you. People in other states even benefited from it. They only missed their family for a few days to come babysit you, but they made a pile of money to come babysit you so you won't break up no more in your neighborhoods. Yeah, I know where you're going with that. They did, I didn't. They're breaking up my neighborhood. My neighborhood was good. My neighborhood was clean. So what you saying? Now I heard one brother say protesting is like grabbing fruit from a tree. And you're going to start off with the lowest fruit. So I guess that's the easiest protest. To me, that's not going to work. I'm not going to give it up that easy. What's this man talking about? What? That don't make no sense there. Sorry, y'all. Protesting the fruit? You gotta explain that one to me. The man said protesting is like grabbing the easiest fruit off the tree. Alright. That means that's the easiest thing to do to get somebody's attention. It ain't gonna hurt nothing, and you ain't gonna work too hard to get it either. That's what he's saying. Pay attention, nephew. Pay attention. Like y'all talking about, y'all not gonna watch the NFL. Go Ravens, I'm gonna keep watching mine. You can go ahead and don't have to watch it. I'm not with you. You ain't gonna see the same thing I see with my eyes anyway. If Kaepernick wanted to kneel down, lay down, or get on two knees and pray, or get on one knee and protest, that man can do that. He got money. Most of y'all ain't even got enough money to last you through the next paycheck. Or the next month when your Mother's Day or Father's Day come up, or SSI Day. Y'all can't do nothing like them people do. Y'all need to realize what is a protest. What, turning on another station? That's not a protest. That's you just don't want to watch TV. But that ain't hurting nothing. Them people don't care if you watching it or not. They don't even know what's going on in your house to know if you watching their TV show or not. That was crazy. I don't watch no football. Real simple. I don't worry about no football. Real simple. Because I already know they making money I don't have, so I ain't worrying about it. But the protest was real. Real talk. The protest was real. And y'all up there talking about you protesting. You don't even know what you're protesting. What you protesting? Police brutality that happens here and there, But black on black crime happens every day. Sometimes multiple crimes on each other every day. Now you tell me what's more. The police brutality or the fact that you're going to get carried by 6. Or your parents got to go on their GoFundMe account and put up there they need money to bury your behind. It was about police brutality. Then it went to the Spangled Banner or whatever that racist song was. So it was between them two. People got offended because of the knee on the way on the you supposed to stand. I don't stand for the bullshit song, to be truthful. I don't not stand. It has nothing to do with no troops. Because the song was here before they was here. And the police brutality, hey, that's the way he chose to do it. I'm good with the way our protesters nowadays. I'm good with it. And as soon as Trump come along and say some dumb stuff, then y'all tripping out. Now you want to know what a protest is? Check out his protest. He shut the whole government down. You ain't making money, I ain't making money. That's a protest. Y'all want to protest something. Shut something down where you affect everybody's paycheck and got everybody looking like crazy, ready to go out here and rob a bank and put their whole career and life in jeopardy because of some protests. This man didn't get what he wanted, so he got protests. Now he got most of y'all from Section 8, the food stamps, wondering what's going to happen. Protests. Now they tripping out. Call it what you want, but I'm seeing what he did. Yeah, you got a good point there. I understand what you're saying, but it is what it is. We can't fight that government like that. I don't even know what we can do. Ain't nobody really saying nothing. Everybody just complaining about it. So, you have any answers, let me know. I'll gladly follow you if you got the answers. That's all I know. And then look what happened to that boy out in Florida. That dumb behind, I'm not even going to even say that fool's name. Nobody even did anything to him. But he went and shot a young boy. He shot Tavon. And ain't nobody did anything to defend that kid's honor. I don't even go to Florida. I ain't trying to go to Florida. I'm not even going to buy none of their products. I don't spend money on them anyway. So what the hell? I won't even buy a Tropicana of orange juice. That's how bad my protest is. Man, you just 1 in a million when you talk about that type of protest and stuff. Many of people ain't leaving that Sunshine State for nothing because they ain't going to be protesting anything out there except that getting a chance to get out there in that sun. And they're going to protest staying in. And they're going to see all the daggone fine behind women down there, all the things you can get into down there. And that's what's going to stop them from protesting. So I can see that particular state doing what they do and not doing what everybody called to do. Because I heard some people say, if everybody packed up and left that state, they wouldn't be nothing. They couldn't survive on the people that live there. Somebody told me be an easier way to saying good riddance. I don't know. I'm not down there. But I know one thing. I do want to go down there one time, and I do want to see what it's about. So I'm not with you on that one. I might not buy no Tropicana orange juice, but I would like to go to Disney World. Sorry, Uncle. Yeah, all right. That's crazy, Uncle. We will not win the battle if we let everything slide. Bad enough our parents or our family screw us and we don't do nothing about it. Do you really think we should let strangers do it and let them slide too? Look at the Jews. They get retribution for every little thing that happened to them. We had a bigger Holocaust than theirs, covered continents around the world. Massive Many more people died. What we got out of it? Slavery. Free from slavery. Jim Crow segregation. Some freedom to vote. Willie Lynch writing letters about how to maintain our slavery minds. And we still keep it in effect today. Oh, we had a black president. Well, one that y'all know of. He just was black in color, but we done had like 8 of them. Y'all really didn't pay attention to it because the color. But this man, he was just black in color.
I understand what you're saying.
But he was still half. He was still one of them mixed with us. So I guess y'all gonna take that 5% or 1% diluting his blood as black. Okay, you can add that.
Yeah, you got a good point there. I understand what you're saying, but
and even though he was president, he still couldn't do as much as we thought he'd be able to do for us.
any black man in this era ain't gonna be able to go into that White House and do what he think he gonna be able to do. It ain't gonna happen. They ain't gonna allow that. They held that man back from the time he got in there. And they made sure to let him know who he was. What did the people think was going to happen when he got in there? It wasn't going to be too much he could do. Man, what y'all expect? Y'all thought he was going to be the crusader, the black people? No, he couldn't do that. He was going to have to be fair to everybody. He wasn't just our president. He was everybody's president. My goodness.
And nephew, what is that picture behind you? Is that a Christmas tree? Pollute my screen?
And
I know you're not religious, but she religious. When I told you about that, I told you, Christians and Jews are friends of each other. And that doesn't mean you're supposed to mix with them. And it also tells you don't get involved in their pagan holidays or their pagan customs. And what they need to do, instead of picking out one or two little scriptures that satisfies their ego, they need to read the whole book. They tell you in Jeremiah 10:2 about that. Cutting down a tree, trimming it with gold and silver. And it can't teeter nor totter. You're not supposed to even fear it. Because it can't talk and it can't walk. Can't do no harm to you.
Something I
tells you that
know.
straight out the book itself. Go read it for yourself.
You already know I know this stuff. I don't even understand why you trying to drill this back in my head. You and Auntie, all y'all drilled this in my head a long time ago. I know this stuff.
To be truthful, if she's not one and the same with you, then she not the one. She couldn't be with me. You don't go find no woman who got a good, moist, deep, tight, long hole. You better find out where her head is at. When she can't use that hole to get some money from a pole.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm not. That's not me. I'm good. You know, me and her, we do things, we got things, we're accomplishing things, we building. You can't do that with everybody. It ain't about no religion, ain't about no custom.
If I gotta go find one of them, leave them to let one of them find one of them. That's why we're in such turmoil right now. We are the least like. Hell, our own race don't even like us. They just tolerate us.
Don't bother me what you say right now, because I know the real deal.
Yeah, but who am I to judge? There's nobody. I'm just somebody that's just giving you the facts. That's all. You either want them or you don't.
One thing for sure, two things for certain. She about me. Ain't about no pole, ain't about no money, ain't about no other person. She's with me. I ain't worrying about it. I don't care what you say, what Auntie say, what sisters say, what brothers say. All y'all gonna say something because you ain't with the person that y'all want to be with. That's on y'all. I'm good. Yeah,
Real
all
simple.
right.
I'm good.
Crazy uncle.
Just
Crazy
remember
uncle.
I told you that.
Crazy uncle.
Tell me, why is it so hard to talk to our folks? When we talk about supporting one another, we got a problem. We're good as long as we calling each other niggas, bitches.
True.
How you gonna call each other niggas
True.
and be comfortable with it? I just don't understand that. Oh,
Nah.
it has a different meaning, I heard.
That's right.
Take a page out of everyone else's book and just don't use it.
But that's real. Yeah, it got a different meaning. They told me never is getting equal rights, never is going to get ahead, never is getting goals accomplished, never ignorant getting goals accomplished. It is what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm good. Like I told you. You call me by my name. If you can't call me Price, don't call me nothing. You can't call her Clarissa, don't call her nothing. We don't go by that nigga and bitch stuff. That's out of the question. We don't even call each other that. So that ain't gonna happen.
Those are derogatory statements. You don't see Chinese calling each other chinks. You don't see Spanish people calling each other spicks.
That's true though.
Or wetbacks.
I agree with you.
White people don't call each other cracker
For real.
because basically it's offensive to them. But
That's real.
it should be more offensive to us because the white man was the person holding the whip, doing the cracking of the whip across our back. So he was in more control, but we gave him a real honorable name. Cracker.
Where did you see that at? On Facebook? Because they got a lot of issues with them too. I ain't trying to switch the subject, but I'm just saying.
Facebook think they slick. This man done sold your information you voluntarily gave him.
Well, you too.
He didn't even say thank you. And didn't even give you a cut.
Well, you too. I ain't hear you talking about it. I ain't see no lawyer come out your way. Well, you in this on Facebook, you on Instagram and everything else, huh? So what are you saying?
And not one of y'all protested or got a lawyer to say that was wrong. None of y'all. I ain't here.
We all did if that's the case. We all did. We all did nothing. Speak it like it is. Include you in that subject. Real talk. I think I know where you're going with this with this subject.
He even got his services, facial recognition on you and tracking your every move, asking you, do you want to notify someone to let you know you're in their area? Suppose the person was after me and they see I'm in their area. Really? I just basically gave them the go ahead green light to get me because I'm not too far away from them. Then other people got the nerve to talk about how nosy other people
That's
is.
true,
No, your Facebook
Very
account
true.
is nosy. Real nosy. And it snitches on you.
I don't know how they got my information because I don't remember giving them too much. Basically, they got away with that one. I don't know how they did it, how was it planned, was it a strategy or what, but they damn sure got away with that one. That's real.
You talking about banning some NFL. You need to ban your Facebook. Got people ringing your phone
That's
all
true.
hours of the
True.
night.
Very true.
Talking about car insurance, school loans, free trips to the moon.
That's true. That is so true. You're right.
What's gonna happen? One of them companies gonna get on the phone and gonna start reciting your daggone social security and bank numbers and tell you, don't worry, they're not gonna take it all. That's when y'all gonna start waking up. Then what you gonna do?
I take a moon trip. I'll take me a moon trip.
And everybody got that nephew who just won't listen. No matter what you tell him, he just won't listen.
Yeah, I hear you, nephew. I hear you.
Okay. Wake up.
Mm.
I had a crazy dream. Yeah. It was about you and your uncle. Yeah.
What crunk walk you talking about?
Your uncle. Crazy uncle.
Crazy uncle? Ain't no damn uncle, ain't no crazy uncle. What do you look like?
Heavy. Dark skin. Long beard. He look like you.
My uncles don't look like me, girl. Anyway, what was they talking about? Sex? No, I do.
No. We was having an argument about political issues, Facebook, you and me,
Really?
a lot of things.
Yeah. Next you gonna say we was arguing about the Dallas Cowgirls.
No, those. We had an argument about the NFL.
You say it was political.
And it was political.
Well, if you had a dream with two of me, there had to be a good protest.